Welcome to another edition of Comcast High School Rewind. We are in Kaysville, Utah for a number 1 versus number 2 matchup, the Brighton Bengals versus the Davis Darts. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Excited to bring you this rematch of the 2012 5A state championship game, a game in which Davis upset the Brighton Bengals 1-0 off of a Parkinson goal in the 44th minute. And Brighton certainly looking to avenge that here today. Brighton comes in 3-0, number 1 in the state. They have yet to be scored upon. They have scored 5 goals themselves through the first 3 games. And leading the way has been Jay Jones. 3 goals for him. And then Matthew Coffey has 2 goals. The keep situation for the Brighton Bengals, they've got a lot of players who can play keeper. And they've all done a phenomenal job in the net thus far this season. Now we'll switch to the Davis Darts. Number 2 in the state, also 3-0. They also have 3 shutouts in 3 games. Taylor Bell has been phenomenal, including a nice 3-0 victory against the Bountiful Braves last week. He had some tremendous saves in that one, as did Chance Parker, the defender for the Davis Darts. He had a tremendous sliding tackle that basically saved a ball that would have rolled into the net had he not been there. But they are really very, very versatile on offense. They have a lot of players who really chip in. Davis Owen had 2 goals in that game against Bountiful. He leads them in scoring now with 3. And the Darts, defensively, very solid as well. We mentioned they have not allowed a goal. So the key today might be defense. Which defense plays better and which team can get that break to get a goal. One may be enough here today as 2 stellar defensive teams. And again, the top 2 teams in the state prepare to square off. Let's go to the field now where we'll start the game. Ready to start things off here. Brighton will start with possession. This is Wild. Back in defense, looking to bring it up the wing. Centering pass is picked off by the Darts and then sent across the field, rolling, but it will stay in play. And again, looking up the sidelines to Perkins. Talked about the starting keep for the Darts, that being Taylor Bell. Starting in goal for the Brighton Bengals is Braden Hickey. Fankhauser now drops this back, play in the middle of the field, and that one is broken up by Winquist. Making a run on that was Child, but Brighton able to get it out. Fankhauser's pass is meanwhile kicked out of bounds. Fankhauser trying to control it. And now Cook. Some space in the middle of the field now for Brighton. Moving the ball up to Sitaway. Now here's Jones. Talked about leads the team in scoring with 3 goals. Broken up nicely by Winquist. Now making a run again, Child. This one deflected off, and we're going to have a whistle. Wild will put it in play for Brighton. Near side with Fordham. Winquist again knocks that one out as Brighton was trying to set it up in the middle of the field. Nice header by Sitaway as he got that over to Campbell with some space. Now Brighton trying the other side. And that pass just beyond the reach of Jones. Davis now will drop it back defensively. Nice pursuit coming up there by Sitaway, but Winquist was able to get it out. Now near side with Child. He will drop this back to Chance Parker. He will just launch this one. Was looking for Parkinson, but that one was broken up by Bernardo. Davis still with a push here. Middle of the field. And that one was too hot to control for Heaps. Time now for the Bengals. Pass to the other side of the field. They were looking for Fankhauser. And Davis is there. Parker again just going to send this one up. Does so to some Bengals, but now Davis with a look. That shot is off, but is saved by Hickey. Jones keeps it for Brighton now. This is Campbell with it. Over to Jones again, centering pass now. Fankhauser will drop it to Jones, and now middle of the field for Brighton. Nice move put on there by Campbell, able to create some time and space. Now this one was centered. They were looking for Perkins, but broken up nicely. Still deep in the Davis zone. Jones drops it back. Now a centering pass, and that one is headed out by this Davis D. But there's Campbell to keep it in. Jones, that one is broken up. Talked about the defensive ability of both these two teams. That was Austin Layton who broke that one up. Now this one's just going to be played back to Davis. Winquist going to lead along the far side of the field. Now sends this one up. Child trying to make a run, but coming up is going to be Hickey. And now he will throw this one out near side to Fordham. Heaps comes up to challenge that one. Got it off. Now here's Fankhauser. He puts this one just over the net. Not a bad opportunity there for the Bengals. Going to be tough to challenge Bell up high. Very tall goaltender. This one, meanwhile, is directed near side. Tried to head back, but it went right into Fankhauser. That was Jones. Coming up to break that up was Braden Johnson. A good defender takes a lot of the kicks for Davis. They were trying to go back outside to Cook, but the Davis defense was there. Winquist centering pass. Nice little one touch, but there was Campbell to break up the play that was intended for Parkinson. Davis with it still. Pass was off the mark. Sit away with it. Drops back now, centering to Fankhauser. And back. Brighton just going to drop this. Up to Fankhauser now. Sit away with it. Gets it over to Jones. That one was just off his foot. Couldn't control the pass. And now back to the darts. Wild going to send it back the other way. That one is corralled by Johnson. Layton now. Centering pass attempted for Child, and that one's just going to be kicked out by Criddle. This one thrown into the box. Ooh, nice save. Made there by Hickey. That one may have snuck in had he not been there. Dart corner kick. This one dropped into the box. Got a head on it. Will not cross the goal line. That one's going to be deflected, and now it looks like we'll have another Davis corner. This corner will be taken by Parkinson. Punched out by Hickey. Looked like it may have been Parker who got a header on it. Parker now will throw in. That one got into the middle but was kicked out by Fordham. Now Perkins will drop it back to Fankhauser. Now up the sideline. This one's going to roll out of bounds. Parker with a long throw in, but Criddle was there to break up the play. Nice battle along the touchline there, and then just kicked out by Criddle again. In the 10th minute, still neither team has scored a goal. This one headed out now along the sideline. Fankhauser's going to let it roll. And we'll quickly throw it in back to Fordham. Couldn't control that along the touchline. Now the Darts with possession. Tried to play this one up to Child, and Fordham will just drop it back to Hickey. And Davis will let Bell come out and control this. Parkinson has that one taken away, but there's Layton for the Darts. Thrown up the sidelines, tried to center. That was off of a Bengal. Parkinson to throw in. This one thrown into the box. Hickey comes out and corrals that. Now he will put it in play on the other side of the field. This is for Fankhauser. Heads it back, and now will drop back. Fordham with it. Up to Fankhauser. Good challenge made there by Layton. They were trying to get it up that time to a streaking Owen. Talked about him, 2 goals against the Braves last week of Bountiful. It was beyond his reach. Nice header made by Owen into space. Coming up to make a play was Flinton. Into the box and headed out by Fordham. Now here's Jones with some space. Substitution in the game for Brighton as Warren Cook comes in for Andy Sidaway. Challenge and a whistle comes. Fordham will take this kick for Brighton. Into the box. Bell can't get it in, and then it's kicked in. 1-0 Brighton. Andrew Campbell was there as the ball went through Bell's hands. And in the 14th minute, Andrew Campbell has the Bengals on the board. Pass is sent up. Parkinson couldn't bring that one in. Brighton with the ball again. Here's Cook. Drops it back to Campbell, who had the goal. And that one is taken away. Nice defensive play by Criddle. I thought it was 4. Far side was Perkins. And tripped up. Tripped up was Owen. This one's sent in by Johnson. And then just headed out by Fordham. It'll be a Davis corner. Braden Johnson will take the corner for the Darts. This one a low kick, easily kicked out by Fordham. Through the legs of Allen, he will drop this back. Loose ball that Fankhauser is able to knock out. Middle of the field now with Campbell. He pushes this up. Now looking up the sideline, and they have Jones making a run. He's going to look to center, and this one is just off goal. Substitution, Perkins comes out, and Wallace is in for him for Brighton, who find themselves leading 1-0 here in the first half. That's the first goal that Davis has allowed all season long, this being their 4th game. Nice defensive play there by Fordham, able to cut off the Davis offensive attempt. Ball finally brought in by the Bengals. Cook drops it. And now just sent upfield as Chance Parker heads this one up. Turned over to Jones. Tried to save that one, but ended up being in Davis's possession. Parkinson up. That was Heaps who dropped it back now. Near side headed up, looking for Parkinson. But the Brighton D was there and now just kicked up along the touchline. Here's Van der Merwe. And this one launched high in the air. Chance Parker will keep it in for the Darts. Now cross over to Flinton. That pass a little off the mark, was looking for Heaps. Fankhauser now drops it to Sidaway. No, I apologize, that was Cook. Now Fordham gonna send this one up as Homer tries to make a run on it. Bengal substitution as Jones comes off. Now here's Homer, he gets it into the box. Working around the defenders. That one broken up, still in the box though, as Fankhauser's able to save it. Now a centering pass that Winquist stepped in front of. Now sent up the field. And an opportunity if Owen can get there. Hickey came up, was unable to clear it, but got it out of initial harm's way. And now this is Wild. Parker able to head that over Fankhauser. Van der Merwe. And now this one's just out of bounds beyond the reach of Owen. Homer comes off as Perkins comes back on for Brighton. Inbounded Wallace. High throw-in that's headed out by Fordham. Now Van der Merwe over to Flitton. Looking for Heaps up along the touchline. This one's going to roll beyond the goal line. It'll be a goal kick. In the 23rd minute, still 1-0. Brighton leading Davis in this 1 versus 2 matchup here on High School Rewind. Play at midfield, eventually controlled by Brighton. Coming through with it was Cook. He tried to play this one up, but Davis is back defensively. Here's Cook again, working on Parker. He will drop this back, and then Parker's just going to come up and just boot that one up. It's going to be beyond Parkinson's reaches. Hickey heads it out. Heaps there for Davis. If he can keep this in play, he does. Centering pass attempt was broken up nicely, though, by a sliding Andrew Campbell, and then kicked up. Thrown into Heaps. Now thrown into Layton. Scramble there for the ball. It's eventually cleared. Parker will kick it back up onto the offensive side of the field for Davis. And a good play by Fankhauser. He created all sorts of defensive issues there, and the foul is called. Fordham will take this kick. Last time he took it, it ended up in a Brighton goal. It was about 5 yards closer to the goal, but this is a Nice pass that's dropped into the box. Still not clear. Headed out by Parker. Fankhauser centering. That one is saved by Bell. A nice shot on goal by Perkins. A good save by Bell. It'll be a Brighton corner as Jones comes back on. Winquist kicks that one out of the box. Fankhauser will deliver it near the touchline. Brought in, getting ahead on it was Campbell, but didn't get as much on that as he would have liked. Saved by Bell. Fankhauser looks to control this, heads it out into space. Parkinson's going to chase this down for Davis. Up ahead to Heaps, the flag goes up and it's offside on the darts. Hickey's kick went out of bounds. It was a dart throw in, and then a foul is called. That time on the slide tackle from behind. Johnson comes near side to Allen. Allen's going to try to serve this into Heaps. That one headed out, and they're going to say it's going to be a goal kick. Setaway sends that one high in the sky. Now to Fankhauser. He was going to try to head it, but missed it. Now he will control it. Dribbles it to the middle of the field. Now we'll be patient with it. Putting some moves on the Davis D. Cook draws multiple defenders, was playing that up ahead, but no one home for Brighton. Throwing up ahead to Layton. Now trying to lead Van de Merwe, but missed it. Thrown in quickly to Parkinson. Fankhauser takes that away. Some nice moves put on there by Bernardo. Substitution for Brighton as Cook comes off. And coming back in the game is Blake Homer. Heaps drops that to Parkinson. Fankhauser comes up to defend him. Now Perkins dropped it, was trying to make a run, but that one is out of bounds. It'll be a dart throw in. Setaway settles this, drops it back. Passed up ahead, just beyond Perkins. Flitton has Fankhauser all over him, and Fankhauser able to get him to dribble it out of bounds. Thrown in back to Wild. His pass up was deflected, I believe, by Layton, who plays it into the middle to Van der Merwe. Now, ooh, so close, had Child. And then there is Parkinson for the goal. Boy, it looked like that pass was just beyond the intended recipient, but stepping in was Mitch Parkinson. And he knots things up here in the 29th. Setaway now near side.
Hey, let's go, boys.
Dart throwing, things knotted up. Van der Merwe heads this one up. Child trying to get there. Coming over to kick that one out was Wild. Thrown to a running Winquist. He will drop this back to Johnson. He goes far side. Winquist now coming near side. Has Allen. Allen's going to try to shoot this one on net. Oh, great save made by Hickey. A very nice shot by Allen. Nearly went in. And now Davis showing some offensive prowess. And the foul is called against Brighton. It'll be a Davis kick. Johnson will take this kick from just beyond 30 yards out. Serves it into the box. Hickey there to gather it for Brighton. Kicks it up. Here's Fankhauser. He played that up near the touchline. That will roll out. Bernardo plays this one up. Now Brighton controlling it. Fankhauser up ahead to Homer. They'll call a foul there on Davis. Fordham over to Fankhauser. He brings it in the box. Centering pass. And that one is just beyond the goal. Looks like Campbell got a foot on it. Had a good opportunity, just missed. Bernardo's pass. Leighton steps in front of for Davis now. Fankhauser, nice little spin move there. He will try to play this up, but it's well beyond Perkins. Here's Fankhauser. Man on from behind. He continues pursuit up the touchline. Still, look at Fankhauser. What a nice play by him. Still with the ball. He's going to try to center this one. Parker heads this one out. Then Leighton to a waiting Sidaway. He goes over to Perkins. And that one is deflected out beyond the goal line. Andy Sidaway going to take this corner for the Bengals. Had a header attempt, but it was too high. And now a goal kick for the Darts. Campbell, who has the Brighton goal, played that one up beyond the reach of his teammates. Bernardo centering to Campbell. Now playing over into space to Sidaway. Fordham. This one was short. Parker there to head this one, and now that one goes out. Brighton looking to quickly throw in. They will do so to the middle of the field, and Campbell. Campbell plays this back to Sidaway, then Fordham. Nice job by Sidaway finding some space now. Plays this to Fankhauser, who makes a run at it, but it's beyond him. In the 35th minute, still knotted up one apiece. Goals by Campbell and Parkinson. Winquist centered to Van der Merwe, and then Campbell with it for Brighton, taken away by Winquist. Plays it out. Flinton, nice move. Good defensive play there. Made by Wild for Brighton, able to step in front of that run. Hickey to kick this one away. And we're going to get a whistle on the play. Going to go against Allen and Davis. Fordham. Went outside with the kick. Winquist able to head it out. Now sent up the field. Just cleared by the Darts. Sidaway with, or I apologize, that was Cook. Now looking outside to Wild. He will play it up to Homer now. Trying to get around this Davis D. Coming down, I think that may have been Johnson potentially for Davis, who made a nice play. Now sent up to Child, who's trying to run at this one. Played back to Hickey. He will just clear this. for the Bengals. Jones comes near side. Winquist clears Fordham's pass. Pass centered to Campbell now. Cook will drop it back. Send in Fankhauser trying to get there. Nice defensive play made, but Brighton still in good position here. Jones. And Allen deflects that out. It'll be a Bengal corner. Sidaway will take it. And I believe that was Parker for Davis who cleared it out, and then that one is booted well beyond the goal by Cook. In the final minute of play here in this opening half. Johnson heads that one up. Cook controls it. Back for Campbell now. Gives it off to Homer. Centering pass to Sidaway. Drops it back now. Thrown up along the touchline to Fankhauser. Brighton looking for another opportunity here. Centering pass was just beyond Campbell and Fordham. Has that one broken up, but coming up in support, Sidaway. Brighton still on the attack here. Centering pass is sent up in the air by Johnson, and now back to midfield. Campbell outside to Jones. Jones tries to center it. Parker's there for Davis defensively, and then cleared by Johnson. And that will do it for the first half. Good half. We're tied up at 1. Ready to start this second half. Tied up at 1 apiece. Goals from Campbell for Brighton in the 14th and from Parkinson for Davis in the 29th. Said 1 might be enough. It will not be. It will require 2 for a win. This one played up and beyond the dart reach. Cleared by Wild. This is Coffey making some nice moves. He has 2 goals this season, including 1 in their most recent win. Nice challenge made there by Davis Owen, but Brighton came away with it. Fankhauser now nearly mowed over, hence the whistle. Will be a Brighton kick. Coffey will play it for the Bengals. This one's sent in beyond the goalkeeper, and it is a Brighton goal. A beautiful entry pass by Coffey. Getting ahead on it was Perkins, and it is 2-1 Brighton. Meanwhile, it was a change in keep to start the second half, so that did not go against Taylor Bell. I believe Tyler Bishop is the new goalkeeper for the Davis Darts. And that change again was made at halftime, so the goal was not against Bell. This one played up, chipped over the goaltender, but too high by Coffey, as Bishop came out to make a play on it defensively. Bishop's kick is controlled by Coffey. His impact has been big in this second half, just the first 3 minutes. And he's got the assist on the goal. Played back, and Boy, Perkins almost had another look at one. A nice job defensively by the Darts. Throw in for Davis. This one off the Dart player. Fankhauser plays it up. Parker just kicks this one into space. Nice challenge made by Davis. They were able to deflect that pass. As that time, Flitton still with it now. Try to get around that Brighton defense, could not do it. Near side Jones, he dropped that back for Brogue. Now up the sideline to Jones, and we've got a kick, and surprised they didn't rule advantage as Jones had a run along the sideline. They're going to bring it back for a Brighton kick. And the official came over. First thing he said was, I probably shouldn't have blown that. They played it quickly. Now here's Coffey, centering pass. Bishop comes out and jumps on that one. Boy, Brighton really taken to the offense here in the second half. A couple really good looks. And most of them have been started by Coffey. Fankhauser with it, being challenged by Child. Boy, look at the ball handling by Fankhauser. Senior midfielder still with it. Takes two darts to stop him, then played it back to Campbell. Coffey. Boy, tried to center it, but a good defensive play made there by the Darts. Here's Layton. He looks to the sideline and Child. Winquist now just going to send this one up. Challenge made, and the whistle is blown. It was Owen and Fordham. A foul called on Owen, hence the Brighton kick. Again, this is Perkins who got a head on it, but could not direct it where he wanted. Brighton still on the attack. Fankhauser lost that one. Played back nicely. Now sent up by Layton. Child, it's beyond his run. As Dearden came up to make that play for Brighton. So a new goaltender for the Bengals as well. That switch was made at half, and our apologies for not catching that. Connor Dearden, the new keeper for Brighton. Brogue drops it back to Criddle. Now this is Campbell with it. He looks to serve it up to Fankhauser. Controlling it was Jones. He nearly got a shot on goal. It was deflected defensively by the Darts. Perkins. Jones looking outside to Coffey. Van der Merwe drops this off to the touchline. Playing it up is Allen. That one's out of bounds. Fankhauser heads this one up. Chance Parker settles it down for Davis. He's going to try to send this one up to Castillo, I believe. But Brighton controls it. Nice job there by Coffey keeping it in, but it went back to the Darts, and then that one is off of Castillo. Was looking up along the line, had Perkins going, but missed him. Johnson sends this in the box, and an easy save made by Dearden. That might be the first time Parker has been outplayed on a ball all year as Perkins just D'd him up. This one sent up ahead. Child trying to make a run at that. A couple Brighton defenders to break it up. Here's Brogue. Up ahead to Jay Jones. Played over to Coffey. The 1-2 scoring punch on the season so far for the Bengals. Brogue over to Johnson. Or Jones, I apologize. Jones again, if he can keep this in, he does. Tried to center it. Johnson deflected it, and it will be a goal kick for the Darts. In the 50th minute, 2-1, the Bengals out in front. Ranked number 1 in the state, Davis number 2. An opportunity to throw this one on net, off the side of the foot. Dearden's kick. Van der Merwe gets a head on it. Thrown into Layton. Parker tried to send that one up. Brighton broke it up. Near side with Cook. Plays it up to Jones. Boy, great play made on the ball, and then a foul is called. But Flitton, oh, they called it on Flitton. Wow. Fordham gonna serve this one in. No one got good contact on it. It'll be a goal kick for Davis. Played in quickly. Now looking to the middle of the field, Parkinson. Nice job creating a space for the ball to come. Near side Flitton now. We'll drop this one back. Johnson. Back to the sidelines and Flitton up with Parkinson. He tries to dribble this in, but is just shut down by Finkhauser and crew. Johnson comes over to keep it, and he will throw this one on net. Boy, and Davis with another shot and a goal! Mitch Parkinson, as the initial shot was too hot to handle for Dearden, and Parkinson gets his second of the game.
And that's Parkinson's second? Yep.
Parkinson with 2 goals in this game has knotted it back up at 2 apiece. And that time a beautiful job not giving up on the play and following the shot that was initially put on net by Johnson. Nice challenge there between Finkhauser and Layton. Winquist tried to play up to Owen, but it was shut down nicely, I believe, by Brandon Wild for the Bengals. Here's Flitton, plays it up. And then just knocked out off of Bernardo and the Bengals. Thrown into Parkinson. And these darts just won't go away. They've trailed twice in this ball game, have knotted up both times off Parkinson goals, and now a corner for the Darts. Johnson from the corner. Parker got a head on it, but saved by Dearden along the goal line. He throws it up quickly to Coffey. Coming back was Van der Merwe to knock it away from him, and the Darts now will take possession in their defensive third. This one played up, trying to go to Owen, but Layton is there. He tried to bring it middle of the field. Nice job closing down defensively by Brogue. Layton, though, able to deflect the pass, trying to save it. Does. The keeper comes out. But a nice job by Brighton to clear away, as that was Bernardo. Winquist settled it for Davis. Looking up the touchline, but left it a little short. Now play made, and Perkins couldn't get there as Johnson knocked it out. Perkins going to throw it in quickly. Look who comes over. Parker can cover a lot of ground quickly. Fankhauser now brings it to the middle of the field, looking crossfield now. And Allen breaks that up. Trying to come near side. The centering pass from Fankhauser had a run on by Coffey. He was streaking towards the net, but a good save is made by Bishop. And now Davis quickly countering. Fordham breaks that up, though. And there's Layton to take it away again. Called his name a couple times here in this second half for similar plays. Played up ahead, and the flag goes up. Perkins was deemed offside. And the Brighton faithful not happy with that call, as it would have been 1-on-1. Perkins already has a goal here today. It was the second goal of the game for the Bengals. Centering pass. This one in the box, eventually kicked out. And now cleared. Up ahead, Coffey trying to chase this one down. Flinton to throw in. Fankhauser just takes it away. Nice effort made by Vander Merwe, stretching and breaking that play up for the Darts. Near side with Brogue. He will drop this back. Played up. Boy, a nice little drop kick to Coffey. He's got some space. Plays it back over for Perkins. He's going to center it, and it's broken up. Boy, coming up, Bernardo. Parkinson there to save it. Tried to throw it to Child, who was on a run, but it was broken up well by Campbell. He sends this ahead, and Bishop will grab it for the Darts. Boy, he got a lot into that one. Child now. And that one just rolled off his leg a little too hard. Fankhauser drops this back to Fordham. Now centering to Cook. Brighton plays so good with space. Parker and Perkins battle it out. It ends up coming near side to Coffey. He's trying to put some moves on, and that is broken up very nicely by Davis defensively. And it was Flinton, and then his pass ahead intended for Owen, but was slightly off target. Foul was on Winquist. Sidaway eventually was able to get up and walk that one off. A tough hit. And then this ball was played in by Fordham, but off target. In the 60th minute, 2 apiece here between number 1 and number 2. Here's Fankhauser being challenged by Allen, trying to get around him, but Allen breaks it up. And Fankhauser's now on the ground, as Allen will just kick that out. Fankhauser came off after that injury. Brighton now with the ball, playing it up. Homer look to kick it up ahead to Perkins. Perkins going to come center of the field with Coffey. That one just over his head. Being challenged by Vander Merwe. Drops it off to Jones, now to Coffey. And this ball is kicked out. Thrown in, looking to get it to Campbell. Couple darts there, trying to defend. Coffee plays it back to Bernardo. Kick this one up, controlled by Braden Johnson. Then Bernardo steps in front of Heaps. Nice play made there, but it's headed up to Heaps. Now over to Parkinson if he can get there. He tried to chip it over Dearden, but got too much on it. And had an open net if he could have gotten it over the keeper. Would have been a hat trick for Parkinson and would have been Davis's first lead of the game. Frustrated with himself, knew he missed a great opportunity there. Kicked this one up ahead to Heaps. It's beyond his reach. Thrown in. Boy, and this one got behind the Davis D, and nearly an opportunity there for Brighton, but Chance Parker came over, helped out defensively. And the flag goes up. It'll be a foul, I believe, called against Owen. Winquist played that beautifully right over the defense. Now Parkinson trying to keep this in play, and he does, but they rule a handball on Parkinson. Bernardo going to take this kick, looking upfield for Perkins. And the flag goes up. Davis in play with it quickly. Vander Merwe drops it to the outside, and Allen. He plays up to Owen. Couple darts there. Layton finally with it for Davis. Layton comes out as Child comes on for the darts. Meanwhile, we are in the 65th minute here of this one, tied up at 2 apiece. And then the foul call against Brighton. Winquist puts it down quickly, and the official is going to correct himself. Was thinking Brighton was going the other way, apparently. This one put in play by Fordham. Tried to go up. Perkins got a head on it, but they say off of him. Homer now comes off for Brighton as Cook comes on for him. Nice job by Brogue. Able to control that one for the Bengals. Played up for Parkinson, beyond him. Kept in, played up along the touchline. And there is Perkins, but that one taken away. Brogue dropped this back for Jones. Flitton throws in. Heaps, nice job creating some space there. Brogue playing over to Jay Jones. Jones going to play on. Official, I think, granting advantage there. Had the whistle in, and Jones is still down. Parker will take the kick. And this goes to Jones. He heads this up, but beyond Perkins. Perkins, though, steps in front of the Davis pass. He will center this to Cook. Now drops it back. They're going to try the other side of the field now. Cook trying to dribble through traffic. Nice job by Winquist stepping in and knocking it away. Campbell coming near side. Jones couldn't play that one like he wanted. Quickly thrown in by Flitton to Parkinson. Going to play this one up. Child trying to make a run. But a beautiful defensive play by Wild as he just screened Child right off the ball. And then a beautiful pass played right over the shoulder of Perkins. Good defense play there by Johnson. He will center now to Brogue. Brogue now drops this off to Cook, over to Fordham. Along the touchline, the centering pass. This one is too far, but there is Perkins. Now gives it back to Coffey from the corner. No good, and then a whistle comes. Boy, and they had an opportunity there were it not for the foul. 70th minute now. Still tied at 2 apiece. Parkinson heads this ahead to Heaps. And Heaps' centering pass was deflected. Brogue is going to kick this one out. Nice job there by Flitton, able to settle it into the middle. Flitton again from the outside, centering it to Winquist. Up ahead to Parkinson. He brings it in the box. Dribbling through traffic. Oh, Winquist tried to put one on net. It was deflected. Ball is still in play, eventually kicked out. Owen comes back in for Davis. Homer back in for Brighton. It will be a Chance Parker throw-in. And headed out by Brogue. Coffey with it on the run. He's going to chip it ahead. It's a foot race between Coffey and Allen. He is beating Allen at the moment. Tries to center it. Does so. Goal! Ben Perkins. A beautiful job. How about the speed that was put on by Coffey? Then able to center it around Allen. And had Perkins for the easy chip in. 3-2 Brighton. Boy, what a huge goal in the 72nd minute of this one. Brighton now leading 3-2. This one just cleared by the Bengals, and Bishop will throw it in. Here's Flitton. Up to Parkinson. Davis has responded every time they've needed to. Don't have a ton of time to work with, though. And that one just around Flitton. Thrown into Campbell. He will bring it up, dribble it up. Boy, some nice ball control there by Campbell. Eventually taken away. Johnson now. Gonna just clear it up. Headed up by Wild to Brogue. Boy, and a beautiful wall pass there to Brogue. And then passing it back, shot on goal. That one just missed. Oh, man. Coffey had a great look. Perkins comes off as Dahl comes on. What a game for Perkins. 2 goals for the senior forward. Now Davis is going to have a kick from midfield. This is Johnson. Plays it over to Flinton, who has a lot of space. Closed down quickly by Dahl. Now to Winquist. Tried to go back to Flinton, who was making a run near net. Boy, just getting that away was Allen. And now Coffey is a little gingerly near midfield. Boy, he's really been a game changer. 2 assists in this game for Coffey. Had a couple goals coming into this one. Has really played a solid second half for Brighton. Eventually picked up by Dearden. Is Candale just trying to take some time off the clock now for the Bengals. Drops this back on the field and will kick it up. Over to Brogue. He will play this one back. Now looking up for Coffey. Keeps that one in. Nice job saving that to himself. And what a move trying to get around Allen, and he does. And then is really cut off by Parker. That's where the football skills come into play, but Coffey is down on the ground. He was gingerly a couple minutes ago and now on the field. The kick sent in, headed in! Blake Homer with the header. The pass was sent in by Andy Sidaway, and it is 4-2 here in the 75th minute. Boy, who would have thought? 2 teams that have never given up a goal on the season, and we've had 6 between the 2 of them in this game. Brighton controlling it again, Sidaway. Midfield and a foul. It's going to be called on Criddle. Davis going to need to pick it up here if they want to try to knot things up. Have about 3 minutes left of regulation time. Played in by Johnson. This one finds the turf and then is kicked out by Bernardo. Parker's going to take a running start to try to get as much on this as he can. Headed into the box, still loose, and is it in? I couldn't see who got the goal. Dearden came up to make a play on it. Got drawn out. Someone was able to find the back of the net for the Darts, and it's 4-3 in the 73rd now. Or the 78th, I apologize. Here's Jones now around the Davis D. Centering pass broken up by Johnson and sent out. Here's Winquist. And now some extracurriculars down in the corner between Jones and Flinton. Here's Brogue playing it up ahead to Homer. Tried to go outside, broken up by Davis. Van der Merwe, this one hit his foot like he didn't want it to and went out of bounds.
I don't know. It looked like an own.
I couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell. It looked like Brighton put it in, misdirect and trying to clear it. Because I didn't see any of the Davis guys celebrate off that. They just had a general celebration.
Loose ball eventually corralled by Homer. A lot of Dart defenders around him. They've really got to get this back and get it into the offensive zone here. They want a chance to tie. This one just kicked into the Davis zone. Bishop's going to come out. He will put it on the ground quickly. Sent up the field by Johnson. Headed out by Campbell. He has a goal, the first one of the ball game. Homer playing here. Van der Merwe up on him, trying to get the ball back for the Darts. Does so eventually. Midfield to Winquist. Deflected off of Jones. Parker's going to throw this one in for the Darts. Does so to Child. Nearly gets around the Brighton D. The flag goes up. Oh, they're going to say it's a throw-in. Oh, no, they're going to call a foul. No, they do rule a throw-in. They just elected to stop the play to allow the Brighton defender up, apparently. So Parker will throw it in again for Davis. And now just cleared by Perkins. Near side of the field. Flinton tries to play this one up. And then out of bounds. It will be a Dart throw, and they get it in quickly. Outside and falling down, lost his footing. About a minute and a half remaining in this one. We are in extra time. Played up. Flinton tries to head it. Johnson now controls it. Flinton keeps it in, but then taken away by Jay Jones. Centers it to Sitaway. Parker clears it up the field. Owen trying to get back. Headed down, and then near side. With some space now. Castillo plays back. Flinton going to put this one into the box. Serves it in. The header is just off the mark. And Bernardo will clear it. Back to midfield. Johnson plays it down. Back to Flinton. He's going to try to turn this up the field. Good defense. Play there by Dahl. Ball still on the floor. Layton with it. Centers. Kicks it back. This is Allen. Plays this up. Knocked down. Winquist came up but couldn't get there. Now this one kicked ahead to Dahl. And he's just going to back it out. Brighton in no hurry to put this one on net, trying to just expire the time. Played up to Child near midfield. And then blocked as they let the ball roll out of bounds. It'll be a Brighton throw-in. Substitution as Perkins comes on for the Bengals, thrown in. Now Davis going to try to hurry and get this in the offensive end to declare a chance. They don't do so. Played back to Johnson. He's got to just boot this forward and does. Looks ahead to Castillo. That one kicked out of bounds by Wild. Flinton trying to hurriedly throw it in, and that one played off the shoulder of Bernardo. Again, just trying to hurry and get this in play. Parker's going to come over to take this throw in so he can get this into the box. Throws this in with all of his might, does so, headed out. Dropped, and then broken up by Campbell. Kicked ahead to midfield, and that is going to do it. The Brighton Bengals hold off a furious rally by the Davis Darts. They will escape with a 4-3 win. And what a game this was. We knew it was number 1 versus number 2 coming in, and it did not disappoint. Had a pair of goals in that first half. It was 1-1 at the break. Of course, the goal by Campbell for the Bengals, and then the answer by Parkinson in that first half. It was a game where really both teams played really quite amazing. In the second half, though, the Brighton Bengals came out, really put the foot on the gas pedal, and it was a second half goal by Perkins. Coffey got the assist. He really had a nice spark in that second half, provided a lot of offense, a lot of energy for the Brighton Bengals. It really showed out on the field. They took a 2-1 lead, but these Davis Darts just would not go away as Parkinson got the answer goal just a few minutes later to knot it back up at 2 apiece. And again, saw back and forth. The Darts just seemed to answer whenever Brighton got something going. Brighton went up 1-0. Davis answered. They went up 2-1. Davis answered. The third Brighton goal of this ballgame was very similar. Again, it was a Coffey play in to Perkins, who made a beautiful run on goal. The pass was just around Bishop, who was the goaltender in that second half for the Darts. It gave Brighton a 3-2 lead, and then they extended their lead to 4-2 off of the goal from Sidaway into Homer. It was on a kick, actually. Sidaway took it from just outside the box that Homer was able to find the back of the net for a 4-2. And then the third Davis goal of this game, still no one really knows what happens. It may have been an own goal by Brighton. Couldn't really find anyone to give credit to. Our apologies to the Davis Dart if they did indeed kick it in. Made it 4-3 with just a couple minutes remaining. Davis made a few attempts in those final moments, but could not get it in, and the Brighton Bengals will hold on to that number 1 ranking. They will stay undefeated, improve to 4-0 overall as the Davis Darts have their first loss of the year. It's a tough one, but these two teams obviously battled it out. Certainly two of the best teams in the entire state, and they look to make a play for a state championship run. Again, we mentioned this was a rematch of the 2012 state championship, and would not be surprised to see both of these two teams find their way back to the title game this year. It was a doozy. I'd like to thank you for joining us here on Comcast High School Rewind. Again, our final, the number 1 Brighton Bengals remain number 1 with a 4-3 win over the Davis Darts. For Bill Francis, I'm Dane Stewart. We'll see you next time.